that just makes you feel happy when you smell it. Heavy, heavy, heavy dose of whipped cream right on top. Every time I smell this, I get hungry. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Lex, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today, I'm going to be sharing with y'all my top 15 fragrance mists for life. I tried so hard, y'all, to make this only be 10, but it just did not work. If you have been a subscriber of mine for a while, you know I've had quite a few different body mists in my collection over the years, and these are the ones that I just cannot live without. If I got rid of all of the mists in my collection, I would have to have these left. I really wanted to make sure I was not doing any fragrances that are dupes of anything. I wanted to just do original scents that I wear all the time, that I literally would be like, okay, if I didn't have these in my collection, something's wrong. So if you are interested in seeing what those are, then let's go ahead and jump right into it. So naturally, y'all, as a Gourmand lover, this is a staple for me. I feel like I've talked about it in so many videos. I have emptied it multiple times. I have done layering combinations with it, recommended it to you guys countless times, and that is none other than Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 71. This scent is the epitome of the things that I like to smell like, which is baked goods. Oh my God, y'all. The reaction every time I smell this never gets old. Not gonna lie, it makes me a little hungry because it truly smells like the most syrupy, sweet, butterscotch, toffee, macadamia nut cookie. Like, this is so freaking good, y'all. I promise you, every time I smell this, I get hungry. If you love your truly gourmand scents and you have never tried this, please, please, please try it out, because this is hands down one of my go-to, if not my most reach for body mist of all time, because it is so good, y'all. This bottle, she's seen better days. It has notes of caramelized vanilla, sea salt, toasted macadamia nut, white chocolate, tonka bean, and coconut blossom. I will never get tired of this. Like, this is just me in a bottle at this point. Definitely one of my signature scents, and something I feel that I layer with a ton of fragrances. So if you want to walk around smelling like a sweet macadamia nut cookie with some caramel drizzled on top, I promise you will not be disappointed, and you definitely need to check out Cheirosa 71 if you haven't already, girl. Now, this one I would say is like my Bath & Body Works equivalent to Cheirosa 71, because they share a lot of similar facets to me, but this one's definitely a little bit more whipped, fluffy, and creamy, with a heavier emphasis on the coconut, and that is none other than Bath & Body Works Coconut Cream Pie, which has not made a return, unfortunately, but I am glad that I still have this in my collection. In the same territory as Cheirosa 71, has this buttery, creamy, lactonic sweetness to it. This truly smells like the name. You get this whipped, fluffy, creamy coconut cream, and you get the graham cracker, the buttery golden graham cracker flakes of an actual cream pie. Super edible smelling, something I love to layer with. It smells so good, y'all. This is truly an edible fragrance. And honestly, I'm gonna have to use this up soon, because this has not come back out, so I was hoping that it would, but at this point I need to just use this up and be done with it, because it has been out for a little while. This is just such a rich, fluffy, almost like a coconut ice cream with buttery graham cracker flakes, and it just smells delicious. Okay, so at this point, girl, I figure we might as well just do all the gourmands together. So the next staple in my collection, another one from Bath & Body Works that most of the girls know and love, which is Strawberry Pound Cake. This was one of my very, very first gourmand scents from Bath & Body Works that I really got hooked on, that I wanted to layer with every single thing. I have always said, y'all, if you have ever gone to Publix, you go to the bakery section, you see those syrupy, sweet strawberries in like the little container, and then the yellow cake Publix dessert shells. This fragrance mist literally smells like one of those dessert shells with the syrupy sweet strawberries on top and a heavy, heavy, heavy dose of whipped cream right on top. That is what this smells like, and I literally can't describe it anything other than that. Oh my God, and it smells so freaking good. Another one that every time I smell it, I smell edible, I smell delicious. And this is definitely one that represents me. So Strawberry Pound Cake you can usually get at any time of year. This is one of their staples, and they do actually have a body butter for this scent now. So I may or may not be trying that sometime soon, but needless to say, this is one of my faves for very good reason, and so many people love her. And since we're talking about cake at this point, I had to follow up with my other girl, which, if you guys know my fragrance taste, y'all know I love sweet citrus scents. Iced Lemon Pound Cake had to make her debut. And if you have ever had the iced lemon loaf from Starbucks, girl, that's what this smells like. Literally, it is such a delicious, subtly sweet citrus. So I love to wear this during the spring and summer when I want my gourmand fix, but I don't want something that's going to make me feel heavy, especially if I'm outside sweating. This gives you just enough sweetness to where you are smelling like that sweet lemon loaf cake with a little bit of icing drizzled on top. Oh, this smells so good, y'all. I love this one. I love this one so much. I actually just recently emptied a miniature of this one, so I probably won't be reaching for this one as much right now, but definitely once it starts to get super hot outside again, I'm going to be craving this and I cannot wait. Okay, and then I think last in the Gourmand territory, at least from Bath & Body Works, is going to be this one, which honestly, this one and strawberry pound cake could have been together, but I really feel like this one is different enough that I could mention both. Strawberry snowflakes, y'all, which, I mean, this is basically strawberries and whipped cream, which I know you're probably like, oh, that sounds like strawberry pound cake, but this takes out that buttery yellow cake note, adds in a little bit of citrus. So this is basically strawberries, whipped cream, with a little bit of citrus juice drizzled on top. And this just smells so whimsical and fluffy and girly, and I just love this one. Still has that playful, girly strawberry with the lactonic creamy factor that I love and enjoy, but I can still layer this with my more floral or fresh perfumes without making it smell too syrupy sweet, too sticky sweet, and I feel like this works well across all seasons. Next on the list, another classic, another crowd-pleasing one that I feel like I always get compliments on. This is Champagne Toast, and girl, this is just such a simple, easy reach, fruity, bubbly scent that just makes you feel happy when you smell it. Anytime I spray on Champagne Toast, I promise you I have an instant mood boost. Champagne Toast has notes of bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and juicy tangerine. That's literally what it smells like. Think of the sweetest champagne or even like a rosé. You pour it in a glass and you put some strawberries or berries in the glass and you drink the champagne and eat the berries at the end. Like, that is what this smells like to me. It just smells happy, youthful, playful, juicy, refreshing. Like, I love this in the spring and summer. It gives you this effervescent feel, but you still smell sweet and fruity and fun. And I'll forever love this one. Now, this next one is Summer in a Bottle to me. And this is one that holds very fond memories for me because it was one of the very first body mists that came out, I want to say early on in my Bath & Body Works collecting days. And me and my mom both loved this scent down. We were wearing it all that summer. And this one made a comeback last summer semi-annual sale. So even though it doesn't smell as strong and amazing as it used to, I still just love the scent. Tahiti Island Dream. This one reminds me of one of my favorite perfumes, which is Alien Goddess by Mugler. It has that same super refreshing coconut water opening and this very tropical feeling vanilla. It has notes of fresh coconut water, sparkling mandarin, kiwi blossom, lush frangipani, and Tahitian vanilla musk. And I definitely get that vanilla musk the most prominent. The coconut water and the vanilla musk are the notes that I smell the most, and I just love them. They smell so refreshing, so cooling. You just smell like a tropical goddess on an island or something. It's fresh, it's sweet, but it still just gives summertime vibes. Definitely very nostalgic for me, so I'm so excited I'm gonna have this one once the warmer weather hits. Next one on the list is one of my, I would definitely say one of my winter staples, but honestly, this is one that I tend to wear year round as well. Snowflakes in Cashmere. This one is definitely a super woody, cozy fragrance, but there's also clementine as well as caramel in here. So I find that this is such a great scent to layer with because while it is woody with that caramel facet, it still does not take over other scents. It really just enhances them. And in a way, this reminds me a bit of Commodities Gold Expressive. It just makes me want to be wrapped up in a cozy sweater, cuddled up in front of a fireplace or something like that. And it just smells so luxe. Like, this smells like it could literally be a perfume. It does not smell like it came from Bath & Body Works. So this is one of my favorites from over the years, and I have been loving this scent every single year ever since it came out, and I absolutely have to have this in my collection at all times, girl. Next on the list is one from Victoria's Secret, which I only have two in here, Bare Vanilla Daydream, but honestly, any Bare Vanilla flanker I feel like is going to hit that mark for me. Bare Vanilla is just the quintessential vanilla scent for me. Like, it always, no matter what flanker it is, has this kind of marshmallowy, powdery sweetness that I just love to have as a layer in all of my scents. And it really just feels like me. Like, it is a scent that I can spray on top of anything that I want to smell a little bit sweeter, a little bit fluffier, a little bit more powdery. That is Bare Vanilla for me. And even though I really love this flanker, over the years, Bare Vanilla has just been one of my go-to scents, especially for layering combos. So I cannot see myself without this scent in my collection. And of course, following up with another of my Victoria's Secret staples, Velvet Petals. This is the Daydream flankers, but again, any Velvet Petals flanker for the most part definitely has that DNA that I love, which is this almondy, almost like the glaze you would put on top of a Krispy Kreme donut with like some crushed almonds in there, and then you have the most beautiful sweet floral note. That is what Velvet Petals smells like to me, and I just feel like it's such a beautiful feminine flirty scent where you have a perfect balance between the florals and the gourmands, and I love that scent and always reach for it. It's probably the most complimented scent that I have from Victoria's Secret, of course next to Bare Vanilla, but I just find that it's perfectly dainty and sweet. It's a little powdery. It's more of a sweet powdery floral in my opinion, and if you like Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy, this is definitely one you should check out. I don't know if this flanker is still in store, but whether you get the original or a flanker, Velvet Petals is just that girl. Okay, now this next one, y'all, took me on a little bit of a journey because when this fragrance first released, I did not like it. I did not like it. It was not until a couple of years or maybe even 3 years after it released that I actually started to really love this scent, and now it is one of my staples, and that is none other than Bath & Body Works In the Stars, which is famously said to be inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540, but I personally feel like it smells similar, but this has a lot of more feminine leaning characteristics that I feel make this its own scent. It definitely has that kind of ambroxan, kind of ozonic musky factor, but it has a sugared citrus note in here that makes it smell a lot more sweet, a lot more girly, and definitely one that's going to get you some compliments for sure. If you want a Bath & Body Works mist that smells expensive, that smells niche, that smells like a luxury perfume, this is definitely one you need to check out because this is hands down like one of my most expensive smelling Bath & Body Works mist that if I were to put it on, somebody would definitely think I had on a $500 perfume, girl. And speaking of that, next on this lineup, another Bath & Body Works mist that I could say is potentially inspired by another fragrance, but I do still feel like it is an original creation for Bath & Body Works that was not intentionally made to be inspired by something. Like when I say a dupe, the Everyday Luxury collection, for example, I don't have any of those in this video just because I know they are all inspired by other fragrances that I already own. So when I picked these body mists, I wanted to pick things that I know were just original scents from Bath & Body Works that are like my tried and trues. And even though this one is new, okay, she has quickly become a fave, and that is Vanilla Romance. Now, I want to say this one has been discontinued, y'all, but this is such a sexy, well done vanilla, y'all. This has some cardamom, which is a note that I love that I just feel like I don't see done in fragrance enough. It is a very dry spice that's in the opening, but as this dries down, you get this really sexy, sultry vanilla. It reminds me a bit of Vanilla 28. It also reminds me a bit of Donna Karan's Palo Santo and Cashmere, but I just feel like this is unique on its own, and I just absolutely love this. This is so sexy and unique from Bath & Body Works, and she has definitely climbed up into the top of the chart, y'all, because even though this one is a newer scent, it was a hit for me, and Bath & Body Works truly knocked it out of the park with this one. And this one, which is Almost Empty, this is not necessarily a new scent, but this year was the first year that Bath & Body Works made this into a body mist, which I was so happy about, and they discontinued again, girl, which I knew was going to happen, but this is the Bath & Body Works Honeycomb, which is inspired by the Coco Shea Honey line, and I love this scent, y'all. I have told y'all before, if you have watched my channel before, the body butter, the body scrub, the body lotion, there was a period of my life where I was wearing it all the time to where if people smelled this scent, they knew I was nearby. This just has very sweet memories associated with it, honestly, but I just love this scent because it smells like such a warm honey fragrance. Like there's this kind of soft muted floral in the background, but for the most part this is a very warm, cozy honey fragrance. It is just beautifully simple to where I can layer this with so many things. I've been loving layering this with lettuce bourbon brulee. It just smells so good, so feminine. I love this. Like it's just the most simple scent, but it just smells clean. It smells like a perfume, and it just makes you feel very feminine and your soft girl energy, and I cannot live without this. It has quickly become a staple in my routine, and this bottle is about to be empty. All right, y'all. Now this one, if you are not new to my channel, you already know how much I love, and you can tell by the dent, she is very well loved over here. Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 40. This is my girl for spring, summer, fall, and winter. There's no particular season that I wear this in more, because this is another one of those ones that I feel is so perfectly balanced. You're getting this very jammy plum, but you also have the vanilla and the woody dry down, so it works very well in all seasons. And this is a sexy scent, y'all. This is one that I don't have to think about when I put it on, but it has so many beautiful layers. This is another one that is highly complimented in my collection. When I layer this with the body wash, the body cream, as well as the mist, I am smelling so freaking good and cozy all day. If you love the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods, this is basically a body mist version of that, but I feel like it's a little bit more sweet with that fruity note. Overall, this is just one of my go-tos, and as you can see from the dent, she is very, very, very well loved. And lastly, y'all, we're going to finish with the newest fragrance mist to my collection, but she has already become a staple. I have already emptied a bottle and now have the large bottle as well as the perfume Fleur's Vanilla Skin. I just have to read you the notes again before we get into the scent because this just smells so amazing. Top notes of pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals, middle notes of lily, jasmine petals, and cashmere wood, and base notes of benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. And yes, we're gonna put some on. We're gonna actually put some on because I just I love, love, love this scent as a gourmand lover, as a vanilla lover, as someone who loves woody fragrances. This has all of the layers of the things that I love. This does open up a little spicy, like to the point where it tickles your nose a little bit from that pink pepper, and then you get a hint of the apple. Like I feel like the apple goes away almost instantly, and what you're left with is that very woody vanilla, but you're also getting something that is very syrupy sweet from the benzoin and the dry down. Like it's just creating this almost caramelized effect when everything comes together, and I just love this one. It feels warm, it feels syrupy sweet, seductive, sexy. I love to layer this with a little bit of everything now, so this is definitely one of my faves and a staple in my collection. All right, you guys, that is it for my top 15 fragrance mists for life. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If any of these are in y'all's top 10, top 15, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to know, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.